Hi everyone, my name is Alexander Maduka. In this video, we'll be looking at our first topic under the circle session, which is circle and part of a circle. Before you here is a picture of a circle and its parts. As you can see, all the name labeled at different parts of the circle are parts of a circle. And this video will be looking at a very simple meaning of all these parts of a circle. Why is this important? It's because in our upcoming videos, we will be making use of all these terms. For those of you that might not be familiar with some of these parts of a circle, that's why I've created this video to to explain to you all the parts of a circle, so that as we'll be using it in our upcoming videos, it might some of these parts of a circle might not be sounding strange and new to you. So without wasting much of our time, let's get started. Now, let's look at it. The number one thing we have here is center of a circle. Center of a circle is the fixed point inside the circle from which all points on the circle are the same distance. Now looking at it here, this red dot here is the center of the circle, from which any line drawn from this center, any line drawn from this center to the circumference of the circle is always the same. The distance from here to the circumference is always the same, no matter any direction you pointed it to, from here to here, from here to here, to any direction, it's always the same. Then number two here is radius. Then radius of a circle is a line segment from which the center of this from it radius is a line segment from the center of the circle to any point on the circle. Radius is a line that is drawn from the center of the circle to any point at the circumference of the circle. Like as you can see here, this is the radius, this line that is drawn from here, this black line from here to the circumference, and it is equal to any line that is also drawn from here to any other direction at the circle. That's why it is called radius of the circle. Then looking at number three, we have diameter. A diameter is a line segment that passes through the center and connects 2 points on the circle. It passes through the center and connects 2 points on the circle. Now let's look at it. This green line, as you can see here, is the diameter of the circle. It starts from point A, which is the other side of the circumference, and pass through the center. Let's say the center is O, to point B. Then this line that is drawn from here from this point of the circumference to another point of the circumference, point passing through the center of the circle, is called a diameter. It can be in this direction, it can be any direction, but it must start from one end of the circumference, pass through the center of the circle to the other end of the circumference. It is called the diameter. Then looking at number four, we have the circumference itself. What does it mean? Circumference is the distance around the circle. It is also known as perimeter. Now, this is a circumference of the circle. This black line that goes round the circle is called the circumference of the circle. Then, looking at number five, we have chord. A chord is a line segment connecting any 2 points on the circle. Yes, a line segment connecting any 2 points on the circle. Like, let's say here is point A and here is point B. This red line that connect this point A and point B is called a chord. And any other line that connects any 2 points in a circle is called a chord. Yes, including the diameter, as I think diameter is also a chord. Any line that connects 2 points on the circumference, any straight line that connects 2 points on the circumference is called a chord. Then looking at yeah number six, we have the arc. The arc is a part of a circumference of a circle. Now looking at it here, Arc is a part of circumference of a circle. This is the arc. This line, let's say here is point A and here is point B. The line from here, the part of the circumference of the circle is called arc. From this point, it's not the whole circumference of the circle. This also is also the arc in other ways, So arc is a part of the circumference of a circle. Then looking at another one here is tangent of a circle. Tangent is a line that touches the circle at exactly one point. Now let's look at what that means. So this is a tangent, a straight line that touches the part of the circumference of a circle at one point. At one point, it doesn't enter the circle, it doesn't cross through the circle, it only touches the circumference of the circle. A straight line that touches the circumference of the circle is called a tangent. Then, looking at the next example here is secant. Secant is a line that cuts through the circle, intersecting it at 2 points. Now, this is what that means. This is a secant, a line that cuts through the circle. It's from outside the circle, go into the circle, and come out from the circle at the other end. So, secant is a line that cuts through the circle. What's the difference between secant and tangent? Tangent only touches the circumference. It doesn't cut through the circle, while secant cuts through the circle from the first point to from point A and point B, and also go out to the other side. It's called the straight line that cuts through the circle is called a secant of a circle. Now, looking at the next part of a circle, which is the second to the last on the list, is segment. Segment is a region inside a circle bounded by a chord and the arc above it. Now let's look at what that means. Now this is called segment of a circle. Let's say here is point A, here is point B. This line, for as you have learned earlier, that this in a part of a circumference is called arc. Now this is an arc here. This is point A, and this line that go from here to this point is an arc, and this point that go from here, this point A to point B, is called a chord. Now the area inside this shaded portion here is called segment of a circle. This is called segment of a circle. The area inside that is bounded by a part of a circle that is bounded by an arc and a chord is the segment. This shaded portion here is called segment of a circle. Now the last part of a circle we have here is sector of a circle. A sector is a region inside a circle bounded by two radii and arc between them. Now this is what that means. Now this is a sector here, two radii. Radius, the plural of radius is radii. This is the first radius, this is the second radius, and this is an arc between them. This is an arc from this point to this point, is an arc that is between them. So the area, like the shaded portion of this circle here, is the sector of the circle. It's bounded by two radii, a line from the center of the circle to point A, line from the center of the circle to point B, and an arc between them, an arc from point A to point B. The portion that is bounded by those lines is called sector of a circle. And that is it for this video. I've just dedicated my time to create this video to give us a full understanding of this part of a circle, so that as we'll be using it in our upcoming video, it might not be so that it will not be sounding new to some of us that are not familiar to all these terms before now. And in our next topic, as we have discussed, we'll be discussing I will be discussing angle subtended by segment of a circle. So if you have made it this far, I want to say a big congratulations to you. And if you find this video helpful, hit the like button. Tell us what you think in the comment section and share this video so that it will get another person that need this video like you. And I would like to know what you think in the comment section. Thank you so much thank you so much for watching this video, and I would like to see you in my next video. God bless you. Bye.